Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Movies, where I review the styles of movies that I love, the alternative B-rated cold style flicks. And of course, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so I've got to do the next in the Leprechaun series. This one came out in 1994, and it was directed by Rodman Flender, and was written by Terry Mayer and Al Sepchen, based on characters by Mark Jones, and produced by Donald P. Botchers, Mark Amon, Mark Jones, and Michael Prescott. Made by Planet Productions, and distributed by Trimark Pictures, as well as Lionsgate. Ladies and gentlemen, Leprechaun 2. The movie opens in Ireland once upon a time, which I like that they open it that way. It makes me feel like I'm going to get a nice little fairy tale. I won't, though. And we see a man who is trying to escape the Leprechaun.
I'd rather be dead than your slave.
Why would a leprechaun need a slave? Like, what, are you supposed to go find him some more mini marshmallows? But it's actually the leprechaun's birthday. He is 1,000 years old, and he wants William's help.
Knight, I can claim me bride.
Now, how funny would this have been if he had let William know that the bride he's claiming is William? At that point, I'll be like, hey, William, was it worth the pot of gold? The leprechaun tells William that he has picked a woman, and for her to be his officially, she has to sneeze 3 times without anybody saving her soul by saying, God bless you. If William allows this to happen, he'll be set free. So basically, if you sneeze and no one around you has manners, you have to marry a leprechaun. And now William sees where he fits into all this.
The girl, she's my daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If William wants to be free, he has to let this leprechaun marry his daughter. That is so evil.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be gentle with her on our wedding night.
So as she sneezes the 3rd time,
God bless you, my child.
I'd do the same thing. Not because I wouldn't want the leprechaun to be my son-in-law, but I'm sorry, I was raised right. This infuriates the leprechaun, so he puts a curse on William and his family. That in the next 1,000 years, when he turns 2,000, he will take a wife of William's bloodline. That's 1,000 years away. I really wouldn't care.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Funny enough, this is the only Leprechaun movie in the series that takes place on St. Patrick's Day. So then we fast forward 1,000 years to William's descendant, Bridget. She lives in Hollywood, and she looks exactly like his daughter. Because they always do that. Bridget is waiting for her boyfriend Cody to take her on a group date with a bunch of friends at a go-kart place. But Cody is a little busy. He helps his uncle run a tour out of his hearse called Dark Side Tours, where they basically take people on tours of darker things in Hollywood, like this dead person's house or that murder person's house. I mean, I'm just saying, if you don't take me to where the Black Dahlia was killed, I don't want to go. A couple that is contemplating going on this tour are played by Kimmy Robertson and Clint Howard. Clint Howard's character doesn't want to go.
You can wait for her at this really cute ice cream parlor right down the block.
Do it, ice cream man. Now that Cody has a few clients, he goes to get his Uncle Morty, played by Sandy Barron, who is at a bar.
Frank, I am entertaining a client.
Give him a pen. And if he doesn't take the pen, just tell him, take the pen!
We don't care if you get it.
At this point, though, the bartender cuts Morty off.
How dare you?
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 Cody shows up and takes his Uncle Morty into the bathroom and dunks his face into a sink full of ice water, trying to sober him up.
I'm sober.
I don't think that works. Cody tells him, in this state, you cannot give this tour. Which is accurate.
Why not?
Well, because you're plastered.
That's a good reason. So now Cody has to make a decision.
I'll give this stupid tour.
That writing on the wall that says Andy Kaufman lives is one of several reasons why Bob Zamuda, his partner in crime, believes that Andy Kaufman faked his death. If you want that to add up and make sense, go read Bob Zamuda's book. Then again, in my opinion, it still doesn't really make much sense. So now, to Bridget's annoyance, they are leading that tour instead of going on their group date. Probably also to annoyances, it looks like she's already been on this tour. As they pull up to the first death house.
My husband is sick, but he ain't dead.
yeah, this tour is crap. And the passengers are all angry because they have yet to see anything scary. Well, are you satisfied? They drive off, and the bum decides to go get some rest. But as he lays down, puts his bottle next to him, something happens. Something dastardly. Somebody is stealing his bottle of booze.
No!
But just as he gets to recover his whiskey,
Bah! Splendid Canadian.
the leprechaun does not like Canada. Back to Cody and Bridget. She demands that Cody drops her off at the go-kart place so she can meet with the friends, and he can just go give the tour on his own.
Look, next time things will be different.
What makes you think there's gonna be a next time?
Ouch. Back in the tour car, all the passengers are angry, upset, and they want him to just go drop him off where he picked him up. So, in his frustration, he runs a red light. Unfortunately, there was a cop nearby. It's just not Cody's night. Cody gets arrested because not only is he a minor giving a tour, but he doesn't have a license. He only has a learner's permit. But Morty is his legal guardian, so he comes to sign him out.
Give a pen.
If you are a Seinfeld fan, that joke is gold. We also see the bum.
He tore my gold tooth out. Look!
And you never wiped your face? Bridget gets a ride home from a boy named Ian, who makes his move on Bridget, but she says she's still technically dating Cody.
I took the whole night off for you. And what about those chili dogs?
Oh, you got her a chili dog. Well, then that means she owes you sex.
You're just a tease.
Yes, ladies, let that be a lesson to you. If you allow a man to buy you a chili dog and you eat that chili dog, that's considered leading him on. But as Ian is leaving...
I was thinking maybe I could make it up to you.
Because life is that kind. There is a brief nude scene in this, but it's not the actress who plays Bridget, Siobhan Durkin. It's a body double.
You shut up!
Sorry, Josh, but the truth is, it's not even Bridget.
But a leprechaun's magic fools humans like you.
It's the Leprechaun! So as Ian goes in for a kiss... The real tragedy in all this is the wasted chili dog. Cody comes over with some flowers and apologizes to Bridget, and she immediately forgives him. Which tells me she wasn't really angry, she was hangry. Seriously, guys, sometimes when your woman is mad, offer her a chili dog. The leprechaun makes Bridget sneeze 3 times. I know he didn't finish, but, you know, the feeling was still there. I feel like that should have counted, Leprechaun. The leprechaun unveils himself, and then it all comes crashing down. Bridget tries to run, but Ian is there hanging around. The leprechaun proposes to Bridget, but he chokes.
Wet.
I like puns. Bridget needs to get away. That'll work. Cody awakens and actually finds one of the gold coins. But no time for that. They have to escape the leprechaun. In this movie, the leprechaun's weakness is wrought iron. In the last one, it was 4-leaf clovers. Then again, it's pretty clear that this movie is in no way connected with this first one. And the next one will be in no way connected to this one. These aren't canon. But still, the leprechaun disappears with Bridget, leaving Cody at Bridget's house, and they are now in the leprechaun's home under that tree. Which is, you know, really dusty, but surprisingly quite roomy. He traps Bridget in a blanket, and then he starts unveiling what he's going to do. He's going to alter her body and face so that she can bear him a litter of little leprechauns. Apparently that's how leprechauns breed. But then the leprechaun notices something.
Gold shilling. It's not here.
Okay, well, it's just 1 coin. Is that so bad? For a leprechaun, yes it is. So he leaves to go get his coin.
You'll try to escape, but it's hopeless.
So she tries to escape. Yeah, she's trapped. As far as Cody goes, the police were called to Bridget's house. She is missing, and they found Ian dead. Cody is their prime suspect. So he runs to find Morty and tell him what happened.
Maybe I should call the cops.
No, wait a second.
That would be my reaction. Cody tries to convince his Uncle Morty, but Morty still is convinced that leprechauns don't exist.
Leprechauns don't exist?
How do you feel now? Cody makes a deal with the leprechaun. He will give him his coin if he gives him Bridget. And the leprechaun accepts.
Oh, crazy? You can't trust a leprechaun, then you read the book.
Duh!
You think this little demon creature is bound by honesty? Heck, even the ones we see on the cereal boxes aren't. Cody and Morty go to hide in the bar from earlier. Because of St. Patrick's Day, it'll be packed, it'll be easy to hide in there. However, the cops are there, so Cody runs into the bathroom.
Yo, man, want me go?
And now this movie has officially employed more little people than Disney. The cops leaves and Cody goes to Morty.
He's here.
Being that it is St. Patrick's Day, he just kind of blends in.
Have I mentioned that I want to go?
Once or twice. Morty gets the idea to get the leprechaun drunk.
I can handle me drink.
I feel like only an alcoholic would come up with this idea. It works though, as he gets the leprechaun smashed. And surprise, surprise, he's an angry drunk. The leprechaun runs off, and we go back to Bridget, who's still trapped in the leprechaun's lair, and is looking through his stuff. You could call that an invasion of privacy, but technically they're married now, so it's both of their stuff. We then see the leprechaun at a coffee house, trying to sober up, dealing with a snotty waiter, played by Michael McDonald.
What's your next gig, huh? One of Santa's elves or one of the 7 dwarfs?
Don't judge. Your next gig is Stewart. The waiter wants him to pay and leave so he can close up the shop.
I prefer cash, but maybe you're a little short.
This is gonna be bad. The leprechaun decides to let off a little steam. Morty and Cody go to the go-kart place because Cody got an idea after he noticed they had a wrought iron safe, and he can trap the leprechaun in this. However, even though they got the safe open, they forgot about one little detail.
Security, buddy. Keep your hands where I can see you.
According to these movies, every small business has a security guard. Cody hides from the security guard.
You may think this line is getting old, but believe me, son, I want me go!
But not the leprechaun. Cody gets away, but outside...
Where's the boy?
I don't know.
I'm here, short stuff. Come and get it.
And he has his gold. So the leprechaun charges. Should have just teleported like you did before. While Cody is in the janitor's closet trying to get something that will help them get the safe into the car, Morty locks him in. Because Morty has his own plan. Morty wants his 3 wishes. The first wish is he wants the leprechaun's pot of gold. But he's not happy when he gets it. So he wishes the leprechaun out so the leprechaun could get that out of his stomach. Could have just wished for him to teleport it out of your stomach, but I get in a stressful moment like this. You probably weren't thinking. So instead, he uses his 3rd wish to wish the leprechaun just takes it out. So based on this and the Wishmaster series, just stop wishing. Cody escapes through the back window, so the leprechaun goes rushing after him, even though Morty basically just did a circle and came to see if he could save Morty.
All right, you little bastard, come and get me. Drop that weapon, psycho.
Not good. As the guard is taking him out.
Please, help me! The boys hurt me!
Here we go. In his own custom leprechaun go-kart, the leprechaun stops Cody from being arrested. Because as he's mentioned a few times by now, he wants his gold.
You're gonna have to kill me if you want your stinking piece of gold!
You know, Cody, that's kind of the plan. So the leprechaun comes at him with the go-kart! In this one, if the person is holding the gold that the leprechaun has, it protects them. So the leprechaun leaves.
I'm gonna save Bridget! I know where you live!
Yeah, okay, you know where he lives. Go! When the leprechaun gets home, Bridget is in her bridal dress waiting for him. By chance, do you have a plan B? As Cody is wandering around the leprechaun's home, he finds Bridget.
What has he done to you?
Surprise!
But Bridget is using that pick to get that lock off of her neck. Once she gets it off, she unveils the leprechaun's nasty secret.
Green Mac, I don't want it anymore!
He's bald! They keep trying to get out, but they keep ending up back in the same room. And as they keep trying, eventually, Cody loses Bridget. But then finds her.
Wait, do you still have the coin?
Yeah, why?
Leave the damn thing here, that's all he wants.
I don't think that's Bridget. So Cody gives Bridget a kiss and gives her the coin. You kissed the leprechaun. But Cody still has a piece of wrought iron.
No!
He stabbed himself.
He's dead?
I'm sorry, was that a question? So it looks as though the leprechaun has won.
In your dreams!
Not only that,
Real milk chocolate, genius!
and it's sad to say, I don't think that would have worked for me. I'd have eaten that chocolate coin by now. So now that the leprechaun is dead, they are finally able to leave. He's defeated! Until the next movie. If that's even the same leprechaun. As they leave, Bridget asks, how do you know that that was the leprechaun posing as her?
He kisses differently than you.
Now live with that knowledge. So there you have it. That's the follow-up to the classic movie Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2. This movie made money. It had a $1.5 million budget, pretty low, and did $2.3 million in the box office. Which again, it made money, so they were happy, but not happy enough to put the next one into theaters. In fact, until Leprechaun Origins, none of the other Leprechaun movies would be in theaters. Why they put that one in theaters, I don't know. But we'll get to that in the future. It mostly got bad reviews, like the first one. But one thing that angers me about that is most of the reviews said that this one was better than the first one. I disagree. The first one had Rachel. On that note, though, one of the first drafts did have the leprechaun getting revenge on Tori Redding by tricking her into marrying him. But Jennifer Aniston refused to come back for the sequel. By that point, she had started Friends, it was doing well, plus she's gone on record many times to say she doesn't like that she was in the first Leprechaun. She didn't like the movie, she didn't like the part. She did it because at the time she was a struggling actress and it was a part in the movie. So because of that, they went back to the drawing board and came up with this one, where it's a leprechaun trying to trick somebody into marrying him. Thing is, though, like I said, this movie really doesn't tie in with the first one at all. The rules of how to kill the leprechaun, the rules of a leprechaun. It gives you the idea that this is not the same leprechaun, but it makes you wonder, is it supposed to be in the same universe? Do all leprechauns just look alike? Who knows? Funny enough, though, in England, this movie did not come out as Leprechaun 2. It came out under the title One Wedding and a Lot of Funerals. I think Leprechaun 2 is a little catchier. Before they landed on Siobhan Durkin, Denise Richards was actually considered for the role of Bridget. Another person they considered for that role was Heather Langenkamp, Nancy from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. However, at the time, she turned this down to go do New Nightmare. I can't say that was a bad idea, as New Nightmare definitely did better than this movie, but in my opinion, I'd rather watch this than New Nightmare. My overall feeling about this movie, though, is sure, it would have been nice to have a continuing story from the first one, but in my opinion, didn't need to be. It's a story about evil leprechauns. Do whatever you want with it. Have fun. And that's just the thing about this movie, is it's not a great movie. The acting isn't spectacular. The script is definitely not spectacular. But the movie, like the first one, is fun. I wouldn't say it's better than the first one. Then again, I wouldn't say the first one is my favorite. We'll actually get to my favorite in a couple years. But overall, if you like movies that are so bad they're good, then you definitely will like Leprechaun 2, just as you must have liked Leprechaun. So if for some reason you haven't seen Leprechaun 2 yet, do yourself a favor and watch Leprechaun 2. So there you have it. That's my movie review this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications for when I post the videos, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of Leprechaun 2. Tell me which of the Leprechaun movies was your favorite. Happy St. Patrick's Day.